This is the Lysis from SolidGoldFX, and it's a fuzz octave down modulator pedal with so many crazy and just gigantic tones inside of it that can truly turn any regular riff into such a monster of different soundscapes. So the Lysis is an analog fuzz pedal that features octave down, and then you have your filter modulation on top of it that can go into tremolo territory, as well as sort of a faux chorus and flanger sounds as well, depending on where you put the settings. There's a lot that this pedal offers and a lot of different ways you can dig into it to get a just insane amount of different sounds. Going down the pedal, you have 5 knobs and 4 two-way toggle switches. Your 5 knobs are frequency, mod, blend, fuzz, and volume. Frequency and mod depend on what mode you put it in. Then on blend, that actually blends all the way to the left, which is just your fuzz sound. All the way to the right is your modulation, and you can sort of blend exactly how much you want between both. Then from there, you have the amount of fuzz that you can choose between, so you can actually dial it back a bit to have just a slight subtle grunge to it, or crank it all the way to just go crazy with it, and then an overall master volume knob. Your 4 toggle switches are warp, voice, low pass filter / high pass filter, and your mode as well. The warp toggle switch is connected to the warp momentary foot switch right below it. When it's on the left side, when you hit the momentary foot switch, it'll zero out all of your filter modulation. When it's on the right side, it'll max it out completely. So this can add just a nice variance of different ways you can use it, especially during a particular set of a song. You can go ahead and go for it just a crazy amount of maybe 3-4 seconds on something, let it go right back into the tone that you had. The voice toggle switch essentially controls the octave and where it sits in the mix of your overall effect. When it's on the left side, it's more in the background and very subtle, but it adds a nice thickness to your overall tone. Then on the right side, it's way more pronounced and in the foreground. Now for bass, when you are on the right side where it's more pronounced, when you get to your lower frequencies, it gets a little muddled up. So I suggest on bass, just keeping it, if on the right side at least, to your higher notes. The low pass and high pass frequency toggle switch lets you choose the filter mode between where really it'll sit. The left side will be your low pass, the right side will be your high pass. Depending on the song and what tone you're looking for, you can switch between both and see what really works out for you. For mode, on the left is your fixed filter mode, then on the right side is your modulated filter mode. In fixed filter mode, the frequency knob chooses where your filter sits. Then with the mod knob, this lets you control the depth and the speed at the same time. And so you're able to get sort of vibrato sounds with it, but not only that, you're sort of able to really get a really nice faux chorus or flanger sound depending on where you set both knobs. The modulated filter mode, which is my personal favorite, is just awesome. It sounds so thick and so luscious in so many ways. You use the frequency to really choose the speed of it, then the mod to choose the depth of it. And using these two together, there's so many different ways you can use it, but on top of that, there's also the expression pedal out, where it can control the speed of it as well as the depth too, depending on what mode you're in. So So overall, the Lysis is just a small box that is completely filled with so many insanely sounding beautiful tones within it that are extremely creative and just very luscious, very thick. Going from just simply going to the fuzz and octave by itself, which you can do with the blend knob, you can add in that modulation to give it so much more character, so much more depth, and so much more creativity on top of that. Then of course with the expression pedal too, you can truly control exactly where you want it to be and how you want it to sound. But let me know what you guys thought about it. Thank y'all so much for watching as always. If you like this video and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be like these awesome people right here, head over to my Patreon page for things like giveaways, early access to videos, and more. But thank y'all so much for watching as always, and I'll see y'all next time.